Orion here.
Yes, SD Orion.
No,
there we go.
Good.
Don't need to bring about clan rivalry. But here we go.
Nick Riddle, Shaky
Oh,
versus
the hype.
the classic Nairo ADHD starting right off.
And funny enough, we got a chance to see M2K and Ally earlier, and as always, those dominant doubles teams, as we've seen from the past, it's such epicness. Yes, exactly.
Years and years of experience.
And even last year's Apex, for goodness sake, always ridiculous, every single year.
We're seeing right now at the start of the match, the pieces didn't have too much of a large effect on the game. They were pretty much taken out. We got ADHD just staying consistent as always.
And just putting proper pressure on. Nairo doing a great job. You find ADHD pushing from the outside, Nairo covering the inside. Great way to utilize these two characters.
Now we know for a fact that ZSS and Ness are both huge punish characters.
Yes.
So what we're looking for there is for them to just make sure they get those punishes nice and consistent. Nairo and ADHD are both, they can get a little over easy.
Yes.
And when they do, you have to land those down smashes with ZSS. You have to get those back airs with Ness.
Now, at the same point also, unfortunately, Shaky took an early stock loss there, and that's going to end up being a problem just because of the fact that with Nairo and ADHD, you cannot let up. They're players that if they take a lead, they're going to take full advantage of it. But as we see right there, Shaky bringing it back, managing to get ADHD off the stage. Good look, but Nairo, the ever-present aggro source, still holding on to that first stock.
But he has to watch out because that Ness back throw could just easily take another stock.
Ness back throw, a down smash to back air from ZSS as we're about to see. Oh! And unfortunately, a touch of fraudulence.
We see a grab release here on Ness. Got nothing from it. Resets.
Oh, and that team spacing just too mean. But there we go. Nick Riddle closing it out there, managing to get that punish.
Nice coverage.
Yes.
Covering Shaky from getting juggled by Nairo.
And always important.
Yep.
Ooh. ADHD hitting Nairo there, but getting a great shot, and Shaky taking another stock down here. As we've seen, that's two different sets of stocks now, where he's been the first one to lose his.
It's hard because, you know, you're playing Ness versus two of the best offstage players that Brawl has to offer.
Oh, definitely.
It's challenging.
And the aggro is real. They cover you so that the team healing is not as easy of a thing. You know, even when we saw them play last SKTAR against False and Nakat, they had the same problem. It's hard to get that healing, and then they got an opportunity there, but if you count them overall, there's not that many chances to heal.
And the thing is that it's not, you know, they're getting a down smash here, charge there, and it's like, it matters, but it hasn't really affected the game too much. At this level of play, you can't rely on something like that as a team strategy, especially with a character like Diddy Kong, where cross stage he can kill you off of banana punch.
And also the big problem with it is that while they managed to finally get that, and they're really starting to make the most out of it here, for a while what was happening was they were getting heals and then just taking the damage back, so they were doing nothing besides causing resets, and at that point you're losing advantageous options to deal that residual damage and make sure you get kills.
ADHD missing the edge cancel there with the Diddy side B kick and taking a quick stock loss for it.
Now, as of right now, I would be scared of this because when Nairo and ADHD decide to come back at the same time with invincibility frames, I don't want to deal with that aggro. And as we see right here, the lead got extended.
ADHD almost getting down smash right there. That could have been it.
A la Salem there, as it was going to be a nasty, nasty punish waiting to happen.
You see ADHD looking out to close out Shaky's stock right there. You see him jumping, waiting for that Diddy fair.
Oh, and as we spoke about right there, taking you cross stage.
Diddy's stage control is stupid. It's just ridiculous.
Now Nick Riddle started up an opportunity there, but as always, ADHD following up so fiercely. So
5 stocks by Nairo though.
I wouldn't be surprised. That aggro though. That aggro.
Because ADHD, Diddy has always had a little bit of a killing problem, especially because his smashes get staled out when he punishes anyways.
Definitely.
But he can rack on the damage like almost no other character.
And that was really what I felt like the problem was. We saw it on 3 separate times. Shaky got healed, managed to get back a good 30, maybe 40%, and then Nairo got a hold of him and immediately tilted up air, you know, F-tilt directly up into up air, and it just led back to that percent coming right back. So if I was Nick Riddle and Shaky, I think I would try and clean up my ground game a little bit, maybe try and box ADHD out, force Nairo to step over and be the aggressor, and see if you can take advantage of that, because that's about the best option you have, is trying to make sure that you just keep ADHD to the side and don't let those team combos pop off.
Now, interestingly, they chose an FZ counter pick versus Diddy.
All right, now here's a problem right off the bat is Nick lost all his armor pieces and left
ADHD has one of them.
And that, as we saw right there, the aggro is real.
But Shaky definitely knowing what to do with those pieces and hitting ADHD, the master of items with them.
And Shaky always a great source of knowledge here, because since he plays such an outlandish character, he can always catch players off guard, no matter how. I mean, like, he's just such an underused character.
And he's lighting Nairo up right now. He got the PK fire to bat. He got a down air reset. Woo! But Nairo, he could just end it right there with a gimp at any time. Even if you get the reads on Meta Knight, you still have to close out the stock, whereas Meta Knight, he has the capabilities to just gimp you.
Oh, all right, Nairo narrowly making it back right there, as we saw. And this has definitely been in Green Team's favor. Even though they lost those armor pieces in the beginning, right now, putting on a phenomenal showing on FD.
Yes. I think the extra space the stage gave them definitely adds a lot. Gives them more space to think, to rely on their footsies a bit more time to heal. And
like as we saw, even when the armor pieces went to Nairo and ADHD, they still weren't detrimental. It was rough, but it still wasn't insane. So I agree. The space definitely seems to have given them a little bit more range to get the heck out of the way of that ass whooping that's coming in like a tidal wave.
I feel like this is one of
and there we see that tidal wave just crashed on in.
But Shaky coming right back with a vengeance. Back throw. There we go. Conditioning with those forward airs to make them shield.
And man, that grab always so fierce. As long as it does not get stale, it can close out stocks. As long as it's just so well set up, always well aware of what he needs to make the most out of back throw. Oh, Nairo with a little bit of a low fly there. Just taking it nice and easy.
Shaky making a mistake and just kind of dropping shield in front of ADHD.
And now here's some trouble, because this is total stage control blue team. Shaky working his way right in with the banana there, though. No fear.
Yep. But he missed the punish there.
Yes. Looked like a hard read more than a punish.
Yep.
Tried to not push himself into a scenario where he was forced to punish. Wanted to see if he could catch ADHD trying to run away, get out of there.
That was an interesting choice by Nairo there to up smash Shaky's up knee, as to avoid, mistiming, possibly getting hit, dying.
Definitely not your typical option at all. And as of right now, we find Shaky has stock tanked intensely at 165% on his first stock, waiting to see if he could land, get that recovery going on. But Nairo and ADHD.
ADHD trying to be tricky and hoping he would DI bad with the back throw.
And I think Nairo is completely comfortable fighting Nick Riddle.
Oh, yeah.
I think he is not fearful at all, as we've seen throughout the entire match.
Does Nairo fear anybody? Ooh. And Shaky still being invincible, gets the quick back air.
Yep.
Closes out the stock. Shaky doing really well this game overall.
And Shaky, as always, managing to put on a show. But at the same point, Nick Riddle has been no slouch.
Nope.
Just having to deal with, unfortunately, a region who's beginning to learn his character quite a bit.
Yes. And I feel like Shaky needs to kind of maybe switch characters up a bit, because Nick Riddle has been getting the pounding by Nairo this entire stock. He just hasn't been able to do much of anything.
No, and it's been very hard for him, as we see Shaky making moves, but unfortunately, consistently, that percent lead is going in the hands of blue team.
Yes.
And as we see right there, great follow-up.
And we know what ADHD Nairo is like when they have momentum right now. You can see him with the stage control. It's
and
Nairo with the cross-up.
He said, you're not there, but someone's going to be there. I got a collar to grab somewhere along the line.
That was a great combo by Green Team, though. ZSS down smash, Shaky down air, quick.
And unfortunately, as quickly as we saw Shaky stock tanking all hell, as of right now, all those stocks are gone and the percents are no longer in Green Team's favor. Or well, ever slightly in Green Team's favor.
Ooh, ADHD almost managing to kill Shaky there. That would have been huge.
And just still back to the nonchalant, waiting to find an option. And ooh,
that was a big mistake.
And as of right now, this is going to be a hard landing zone. Said I could toss him to my partner, but I'd rather have you just off stage, because you got to deal with Nairo, and that's no fun, especially when you almost get Rufio'd. And as of right now, Nick looking for an opportunity, can't find any airspace.
That's going to be hard, man. With Meta Knight shield pressure, Nairo's glide attack ability on shields.
And ADHD just knowing, even if the banana misses, where is the ground that it's covering?
Woo!
And right
this
there,
is it.
And
he
that's an option.
Oh, ADHD doing the fair.
Wyatt called in credibility. He said, hold on, I clutch these things.
Diddy's fair is the truth.
And that was real. That was an option right there. Let me tell you, is Nairo